Let's see if anybody gets on here. It has been a crazy week. I am tired. Got my Mims's Garden shirt on tonight. Just chilling out. My eyes are bothering me for some reason. Did get a new set of spectacles. So, hello, whoever's coming on and hitting the thumbs up and everything. We appreciate you being here. Um, hey, what's going on, Ivan? Looking forward to seeing you guys here in a day or so. What did I have in here? Genesis. Looking at some scripture. Hey, Deb, how are you? Good to have you in here. I was looking for something real quick on scripture, and for some reason, I'm not finding it. That's okay. We're not prepared for today. Wendy Parker, how are you? Tomorrow evening, okay, Ivan. She Bears Acres, how are you? Good. Good. It has been a while, Wendy. We have been going crazy for the last 2 weeks. Last week, guys, internet just died. I don't know what's up with that, but it did. Carrie's corner of the world. Just curious if you are still working on sending out seeds. Gary, I am. Dad had a stroke about 10 days ago, 12 days ago. He's doing really well now and all that good stuff. I got behind on getting some stuff out. I'm going to try my best. Ivan and ELYN from the other life, I think it's called Cyrillic, writing that's up top, are coming into town tomorrow, but I am going to try to get seeds out on Friday. So hopefully they will be going out then. I apologize to those of you I haven't gotten them to. Hey, Piney Heaven Homestead, how are you? Yeah, you wouldn't think he has changed any. I'm Simple Southern Roots, Tiffany Taylor, how are you? I'm going to show you guys something that I received for my birthday, and I don't know who it came from. So if you're the one that sent me this, you should let me know. And I'm going to probably do this 4 or 5 times throughout the deal. Garden Jargon, how you doing? Hey, I appreciate you. First time on here. Nice to meet you, Michelle. So I received this, and let's see if I can get it to where you guys can read. I don't know if it'll let you read what's there. Maybe if I put my hand behind it, like, oh yeah, there you go. Let's see. Can you guys read that? Hey, Karen, how are you? It says, God bless, live with what God gives you. And that's what I say every time. That is my actual voice in this block, a synthetic block. And that is probably one of the coolest things that I have ever received. Um, that is amazing. Whoever sent that to me, please let me know because it didn't have a letter or a number. Let me see if I can turn that a little bit or just maybe position myself a little bit more so you can't see it. Oh, Bonnie, I thought it might have been for you because you had said something. Bonnie, thank you. That is awesome. My mom loves it. ELYN did get her replacement outfit as well. And I have tried twice now to get over to send the other one back and haven't gotten to do that. So I'll get it done. That is badass. So Bonnie Dietrich sent that to me. So that is awesome. Thank you, Bonnie. That is really honestly probably one of the coolest things that I've ever received. So that is very cool. His Happy Inches Little Homestead. How are you? Rehab Life. What's going on? Bonnie, I think it's called Art Block. Is what I've got the box. It's in the other room. I should have brought it in here. It's called Art Block, and I think that's where you got it, isn't it, Bonnie? If so, throw that up here, and we'll have one of the mods approve that link if you know if that's where you got it. So It's amazing. It sits right here on my desk, and it is going really cool. For any of you guys that are coming on, just got on here that I owe seeds to, I'm going to try to send those out Friday. We just got everything settled up and good to go. So Dad is doing awesome. So thank you for all the prayers and stuff, guys. And yes, I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper cream soda, which I shouldn't be doing because my hands have been killing me. I'm so excited that you got it and like it. I wanted to send something thoughtful. I post the link. Okay, it was through Amazon. Posted the link. Okay, cool. Hey, Mello, how are you? No, I didn't trim my beard. It just hid under my arms. I didn't trim my beard. I'm just sitting like this. So, no trimming of the beard. ELYN would kill me. Just want to let it. My dad went home to be with the Lord last week. I've been out of the pocket dealing with that rehab life. I'm glad he went home to see his father. I'm sorry for your loss. Um, so once again, I hate to hear that. There's Mama. She said, Bonnie, that was the best gift ever. I loved it. So Mom liked it. Tell Dad that you guys can probably say hello to Dad too, because I'm sure he's sitting there watching this with Mom. So Little Bit 60. Thanks for the seeds. My husband planted peppers, and we have a couple little plants. Awesome. Awesome. We are going to try to get out the other. Jamie Stone, hello. How are you? And ELYN, we are doing amazing. Hey, Tinker's wife, how are you? We we've just been going silly. It's not been anything crazy or anything, but it just seems like every time we turn around, there's something else going on. Not necessarily always bad, but we've been really busy. Dad's gotten the permits and has taken several deer already this year, and we've been doing that. I think if I'm not mistaken, correct me, Mom, but I think we're up at around 100 jars that I've canned already, and probably over 100 packages of meat that we've put in my mother's freezer. I bought my mom and dad had their 50th anniversary here recently and bought them a big meat grinder for that, and we put that sucker to use the last couple of days. So my hands are killing me just from cutting up stuff, and it's just been crazy. Hey, Suzanne Baker, nice to see you on here. Chris, will you be making any videos? Tiffany, I am wanting to make videos. To be honest with you guys, because I love each and every one of you guys, I've just been in such a funk. Um, Not necessarily bad, but every time, like I said, we've turned around, something's been going on. If it be, um, the birthday party, going to get the truck, doing everything like that. It seems like every time I turn around, something is going back. Uh, it's just crazy. So yes, I'm going to be making videos. Hopefully, me and Ivan and Elena will make a couple of videos, cooking videos actually, because Elena loves to cook and so do I. So we're going to do that. Mom says no, just me. He was tired, so he went to bed. We got more jars today. Awesome. We have been on a jar shortage in this area, guys. So hey, Cecilia, how are you? This is a description, not a link. You can customize it with any recording and inscription you want, maybe a limit on number of characters. Awesome. It's on Amazon, guys. It's called Art Block, is the name of the product. So if you guys want to see that again, Bonnie Dickerson there sent this to me for my birthday. It actually says what I say at the end of every video, and that's God bless, live with what God gives you. And that is actually my voice. That is my voice pattern. If you would see that on a recording, and it's a clear block. It sits on your desk, and it's big too, guys. Look at that. I mean, it's pretty awesome. That is probably one of the coolest things that I've ever received as far as that stuff goes. So it's called Art Block, and you can order them on Amazon. She Moved Mountain, what's going on, single lady? I haven't been doing much either. So I hope that answers your question, Tiffany. We will be doing some more videos. I am going to get on doing it. I have to do some stuff for the membership page because I can't get anything to load on there. I don't know what's going on. So I apologize to everybody for that. Lowe's has jars. Never thought of that store would carry it. Well, we'll have to go check those. Yes, I'm going to have to come over and get my shirt. Mello, I need to get your shirt to you. I actually have your shirt upstairs. I just I got to get that out and send that out to you. I'm just being crazy. I'm sorry. That's been God 8 9 months ago now. Emily Gross, how are you? Yes, sir. A total understand. Yeah, life does happen, but it is what it is. Um, but it's still no excuse for me not putting out stuff. I've got a bunch of videos, guys. Um, the big deal that I was trying to get out there. Oh, there we go. Mama's East Texas Kitchen just posted the art block for everybody on Amazon. The big deal that I was doing, trying to do the premiere live on, I lost probably 45% of the videos that I'd taken. I've built a large geodesic greenhouse, guys. It's 14 feet in diameter. It's from a place called Stromberg Hatchery, and the system is called a Star Plate system. And I built this thing by myself. The structure of it I built in 2.5 hours by myself. It's 14 feet in diameter, and it has a snow weight capacity of 10,000 pounds. Um, I've got it up. I need to start planting actually at the end of next week and seeing what we're doing. So don't be in a down funk. No, now that our Lord is preparing you for more greatness and appreciate what you. Yeah, garden jargon. I do. I'm not as much in a funk as I feel that I have some other things that the Lord's wanting me to do. This is one of them. Getting on here on Wednesday nights is at the top of that priority. But I also feel that we we have some things we need to prepare for here as a family. You guys, as a part of that family, need to be concentrating and taking care of some stuff. Um, so I want everybody to understand that you need to be preparing some stuff right now. You need to be making sure that you have at minimum, 50 to 100 pounds of rice, 50 to 100 pounds of beans. You need to have quite a bit of, quite a bit of water stored up. You need to have all kinds of stuff like that done. Um, if you don't, it's not going to end up coming out too good. Um, for anybody. I think we've got a bad time coming, no matter who wins this next election. So I've been really, really trying to concentrate on making sure me and ELYN and Eli are safe, and mom and dad and everything else. Dad was blessed with the opportunity to be able to take and harvest some more deer and help a family friend out with their business that was being destroyed. I mean, thousands and thousands of dollars of pumpkins being eaten um, like crazy. And we were given that opportunity. That's 10 deer above and beyond what we are here. Wood Beast, how are you? What we have here. And it's going to be interesting to see. Um, it's going to be fun to get through everything. Hopefully, get out to Colorado and harvest an elk this year. It might be the last opportunity I ever have to do that. Melissa Ellis Homestead, look at those arms. I know what you do with yourself. Okay, I hug myself. Ugh. Moon Farm, hey, good to see you, Tracy. How's that baby doing? Let us all know how that baby. We were talking about you week before last. I agree. Have been scaring anyone who will listen to stock up on food. I'm not trying to scare anybody. It's just simply the way it's going to happen. Um, it's going to be interesting. Either party, whatever happens, if Donald Trump wins or if Hillary Clinton gets put back in the race somehow, or Joe Biden, or whoever wins, we're in a position where we're in a no-win situation. So if Trump wins, you're going to see the left go absolutely batshit crazy, more so than they are already. And if Biden wins, you're going to see us being into a situation where we're forced into fighting and having to do that, and it's going to be bad too. So you have two sides that you really have no winning side on a coin. So what I'm telling you to do is be ready to protect yourself and to be able to protect your family and be able to feed your family. Make sure you surround yourself with good people, because if you don't, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. And it doesn't matter which side of the party line you're on. Both sides, it ends up being in a bad situation either way it goes. Let's see. Yep, there she will be. She is perfect. Almost 3 months old now. My health is finally back, so I'm thankful for that. Good to go, Tracy. Glad to hear that you're doing well, and glad that she's doing well. She's a cutie pie. When you sent me those pictures, she is awesome. There's no winning here side here. Yep, there's no winning side. Dems are trying shoehorn HRC. Yeah, it's going to be interesting with Beast. Like I said, it doesn't matter which side is. I'm trying not to play the political thing on this part because it really, honestly, does not matter which side wins during this election. Our world is going to change. Our country is already in the midst of changing. So what we have to do is make sure, as good constitutionally sound individuals, that we protect ourselves and we protect our family. And you better be unprepared, because times are going to get a lot harder than what they are right now. I am here. I wish. Hey, what's going on, Carol? No more. La petite machine. Either way, it's going to be rough. Yep, exactly. Hey, Crystal, how are you? Um, Guys, here's my look at the end of times thing. Um, I think that the good Lord, when He does decide that He's going to come back, I think people, and this is my personal opinion on this, I think people are going to be very shocked, and I think that's where modern day Christians are going to be in trouble. Is they think that God's going to come down, step on Mount Olive, and pull everybody up into heaven where they're going to be, all taken care of and everything else. I think Jesus Christ is going to step on top of Mount Olive. He's going to take His chosen people and He's going to warrior them up, and you're going to fight. He's going to protect you, and He's going to cast over you everything that you need to be, and He's going to give you discernment above and beyond anything else that you can understand or will comprehend. And you're going to fight for this heaven that we have here on earth. That He is here. Jesus Christ, God, before He sent His Son Jesus Christ, created earth as His place of rest. He created the Garden of Eden as His place of rest, and then He created man. He created man to oversee, take care of, and do that. And then we betrayed that through Eve partaking in the forbidden fruit, which is another story, and Adam then being talked into doing the same. So our curse and our thing that we are bound to and duty and in obligation to Jesus Christ is to be good stewards of this land. I don't think that God is just going to throw that away. I think that that is what we have to fight for. And I think a lot of people who think that they are good modern day Christians are going to find themselves on the really, really crappy end of the stick. So be prepared, understand, love Jesus Christ, love your neighbor, and be ready to fight. That's my personal opinion. Chris, does the recording also have ELYN's voice? I had them use the clip from the end of the Memorial Day live where she signed off with you. It's just it might. I mean, let's see. Can you see that? When you kind of look at it, it's broken, but there's two different wave patterns in there, so it may be both of us. But there's just one line. But it does, if you see, there is like a more define and then a secondary that runs in there with it. So yeah, Bonnie, it may be both of us, and that's cool too. It makes it even cooler than it. Good night, Tracy. Thank you for coming on. Yep, new heaven, new earth. I think that new heaven, new earth may be created in what He's at. You're so right, Chris. Thank you. Heirloom permaculture, what's going on, my brother? So I'm not saying this stuff to scare anybody. I'm saying this stuff to make sure that you understand where you're going to be, and you are going to understand that you better know and have the knowledge and the tools here, and the heart to make it through this, because it's not going to be easy, guys. Either way this goes, for both sides, for anybody that's asking for fighting, for anybody that wants this to go to a point where we have to fight one another, you're an idiot, and I'll tell you that to your face. I am not afraid of the fight that's getting ready to come. I will be in the fight when it does come, but I'm going to tell you, you are not prepared. And I will say that for 99.99% of you that are on here, you are not prepared for what is coming. When you start seeing a neighbor or you start seeing community members that are shot, that are hurt, when you start seeing children that are starving, when you start seeing things that are not um, good, when people are trying to break into your home because they know that you have stuff, when you're having to do things that you never thought or could imagine you could do, or maybe you did think that you could do those um, things, you're going to be sorely mistaken. For all those big bad BA guys that think that they're there, or girls that think that they can do anything, when you start seeing people get hurt around you, it's going to change your whole attitude. Um, Somebody just asked how my dad was. Casey, he's asked, Dad is doing wonderful. He's being stubborn as a mule. He's not changed up hardly anything that he's supposed to do except for taking some of his medication. The medication's kicking his butt, but he's doing good. Other than that, I mean, we're just trying to keep him in place. So that's where we're at. And tonight, guys, I have no curriculum. We'll talk a little bit about raised beds because that was the topic that Grammar Garden Topics. Uh, that's what we had said we were talking about, is some alternative raised beds for last week, and we're there. Hey guys, there's T Regal T type. Right down there, you see his 6 arrow deal down there on the thing. That is the gentleman from the Red Platoon from Cop Keating, the battle at Cop Keating. In Afghanistan, that I had on and did the special interview with him. And it's Kyle Knight is who that is, and Chris Jones, that were here. He actually just started his own YouTube channel. If you are into cars, or your husband is into cars, go check him out. He's talking all about his rebuilding and refurbishing of his Regal T Type. I think it's 84, if I'm not mistaken, Kyle. Maybe I'm wrong, but very rare car. It's a WR4, I think is what it is. It's an 87. But go over and give him some love. He's getting started up on this, but some good content. If you just want straightforward, here you go. Look at that. Don't pay any attention to his sandaled feet and the pretty paint on his car. I laughed about that. The little toes flickering around down there. But some really good information. If Mims's Garden's on here, definitely have Poor Boy Homestead. Go over and check that out. I don't know if Auto Salvage is on here. He would enjoy that one too. But if you enjoy cars, old cars, fast cars, which that's not a muscle car. That's right after the muscle cars, but it's a fast muscle car. Go out there and check that out, guys. Hey, Emma Banana. How are you? Great. I'm getting things ready for students. Yes, I'm trying, Casey. I'm going to try to get seeds out Friday. That's what I just said right before you got on here. So I have not seen Anna tonight. Anna did text me. They're having a lot of issues with internet and stuff. She said that she's had a Bluebird day, nothing there, no bills are due, nothing like that, and it has been absolutely insane. Her internet has not worked all day. Guys, you got to understand. I want you guys to think about this, and I'm not saying this just for myself, but I am saying it for myself. And I'm not saying this for Anna either. I'm saying this just because we're there. You have some individuals that really do think what I just said is coming, and I'm one of them. I think that we have some times that if you're not ready for them, you're not going to be there. So there's some priorities that have taken place over top of making YouTube videos and getting on and moderating and doing a lot of the things that are there. I am still very, very much involved in wanting to help people and get them to understand how to homestead and how to provide for themselves. It be through hunting and fishing and gardening and animal husbandry and things of that nature, and how to be a good single parent as well as just a good parent and for me to teach people how to be a good man in the eyes of Christ. And I'm really, really, really trying to do that. And I'm not saying that's where Mims has been, but I think there's a lot of channels that you've seen that have slacked up on some of the stuff that they're putting out because they're concentrating on trying to lock down and make sure everything is perfect for their families. And I beg of you guys, no matter where you're at, to please, please, please go do that. If you've not got that rice and those beans minimum and that water put up for yourself, and you don't have some source or some way to protect yourself, I'm going to beg and pray for you to please wake up and go do that. If you hate guns, that's fine. I want you to have a means to protect yourself and the knowledge of how to do that. So please, please, please get that taken care of. It's already here. People are now just now looking at the real. Yeah, and Nancy, that's what I've been trying to tell people for a long time. That's why we're doing these videos. That's why we talk about homestead. That's why this community exists. But there are some that come on and watch for the knowledge and because they want to do this stuff. You may not have a choice but to do this, guys. You may not have a choice but to homestead in some point, or to grow a garden in your apartment building, or to get buckets and grow them in your windows. You may not have a choice but to go buy a pellet gun and shoot pigeons and squirrels and things of that nature, and learning how to do those things if it gets bad. Um, Personal opinion, both sides, Democratic and Republican, have failed the American people, and the American people are going to have to make a decision to step up or give up. Those are your two choices. There's not another one. You either are going to step up or you're going to give up. Um, and that's just where it's at. That's where it is at. I mean, you have individuals on here that have truly laid down everything, including friends that are on this chat right now, for you to have the freedoms that you have. There are people on this site, being Kyle Knight, that have fought in some of the most horrific modern day battles this country has ever seen, and in numbers that most people haven't ever seen. And if you don't think that when you have an individual that looks at it from that side and is telling you that it's the destabilization caused by Chinese and caused by other groups and individuals that hate what we stand for as Americans, including Americans that are here on the soil, if you don't think that the Democratic and the Republican Party don't care for either of us, neither party do, guys. We have to take control of us. There's Ken. Hope you got all your stuff taken care of today. Ken Just Steady. Me and him were supposed to meet up tonight and we didn't get to. So, as I've said a million times on here, guys, you might not have the choice but to throat punch evil coming real soon. So, man and woman up. Make sure that you have what you need. If you have someone else in your household that is telling you that you're full of crap because you feel this way, if you have somebody else in your household that is telling you you're crazy for doing things, do it anyway. Make sure that you're taken care of. If you're the person that does the shopping, make sure you're buying a little bit of extra beans and rice. Make sure that you're buying a little bit of extra pastas, canned meat, doing some things of that nature. Make sure that maybe you go buy an extra hasp block or two and some extra padlocks. Um, Make sure that if you see some ammo for a firearm that you have right now, you better buy it. Right now, I saw that we have quite a bit of rifle ammo at our local Walmart, and that's good because we need to buy as much of it as you can for the purpose of hunting, if nothing else. You can't go in right now and buy exactly what you want in the stores. And if that's not a precursor or something that's waking you up, you are in trouble. Hey, thank you, Christina Harrison. I appreciate that a whole lot. That means a lot. Thank you very much. That's a box of 350 Legend ammo. I love that love. Um, if you don't think going into the store and not being able to find a certain product, if you don't think not being able to buy canning jars right now is not something that you need to be understanding that it is something that's right here right now. It's not something that can happen. It's something that is happening. You're mistaken. I was that guy that was laughed at and was crazy for prepping, but now they all are jumping on board with learning how to do what y'all do. Absolutely. Back to Reedstead. I get calls daily. I get emails daily asking me, Chris, where did you get this? Chris, how do you do this? Chris, how do I go about putting this up? Go watch the videos. That's why I kind of tell them, go watch the videos. I have no problem helping as many people out as I can, but ammo is hard to find right now. It's ridiculous. Absolutely. But I have seen that you can buy 22 ammo She Bear Acres like crazy. Most every one of us have a 22. So buy as much of it as you can. You can still hunt larger game with the 22. You just have to be a lot smarter, and maybe you hunt in a pack. Maybe you have 2 or 3 people with those, and buy that ammo. Buy the ammo that you have a caliber to shoot. If you plan on buying a firearm right now, maybe look in something that's a little bit more oddball caliber, that you can buy a lot of ammo right then with, such as if you're looking for an AR-15 or something of that nature, look at the 350 Legend that they built to hunt with. It is a hunting caliber round. Could you still defend yourself with it? Absolutely. But you can buy ammo at every Walmart for that gun right now. So um, understand that and do that. Can't even find the good price point sticks online to send to our range store. Price point stick. Can't even find the good price point sticks. Yep. 45-7, 357 is still plentiful. Yep. I mean, in a rifle caliber. Looking for stuff like that is always there. Make sure people are getting paperback books. There might not be an ample ability to YouTube to learn any. Yeah, looking and getting certain types of books and reading materials. Old books, the old Better Homes and Garden, the old Farmers Almanacs are wonderful. Backwoods magazines are great. Make sure you download, guys. Go back and download a lot of these. Go download a lot of Mims's Gardens canning videos and stuff. Make sure that you're sticking this stuff into a file on. Go buy you can buy a terabyte hard drive now for like $60. Go buy that and download a lot of these educational videos that you need to have there, and educational videos and things that will help you with teaching your child. My extended family are all tease me that they'll all come here if the shit hits the fan. I'm cool with that. Do long as long as they have something valuable survival wise to contribute. Hey guys, I'm going to tell you right now, um, if you're preparing, you only can prepare for so many people. I'm only preparing for so many people. If I know that you're someone that has taken care of and done what you want, and we worked together before, and I know where you're at, and you come to my house because you got everything taken away, I know you're a valuable resource, and we're going to work together, and I'm going to help you out as much as I can. But if you're somebody that's laughed at me, and you're someone that hasn't done what they've done, and you've not prepared, you're part of the problem, and don't show up to my home. And my family knows that. Those individuals, there's certain family members that aren't allowed here. They're not allowed to come here, and they know if they come in, it's not going to be a good outcome. They're not going to show up. They're not going to take away from the family and the people that have done what they needed to do. I have so many old cookbooks and homesteading books. There you go, Sarah Adams. That is awesome. So just remember that sometimes you'll hang yourself if you start letting too many people come up. You need to look at your stores and understand what you can do and how much you can support. So I know for me personally that myself, the ELYN, the Eli, and 2 more, I have enough to take care of us up to that point. Hey, Papa Pepper, what's going on, my brother? Good to see you on here. We're just talking about where we're at and trying to put a little bit of urgency maybe into some people that are not quite there. I mean, as homesteaders, that's what we do. Is we are we're preparing for whatever may come. And the way that I see it, it doesn't matter which way this election comes out. Um, we're in a bad spot. It doesn't matter if the Democratic Party wins or the Republican Party wins. As good, constitutionally God-fearing um, Americans, um, we're in trouble. Either way that it goes. So we need to just make sure that we are taking care of our immediate families, and that we are taking care of one another in this community, and not overextending ourselves. Um, Bonnie was just talking about that she has some families that all their family says that they're coming to her place if the shit hits the fan. You only can take care of so many people, unless you've got a really big place that you can really put away a lot of stuff. Yeah, don't put your trust in donkeys and elephants. Stick with the lamb. Absolutely. That's a good stay. That's a good saying. I like that one. Don't trust in the donkeys and elephants. Stick with the lamb. Absolutely agree with that 100%. And stick with what's in your heart and where guys. It's don't be the sheep. Be the sheepdog. Take care of yourself, take care of the ones you love, and be a sheepdog. Don't be the sheep. Don't be the wolf. Be the sheepdog. And be the sheepdog of your family. And that will spread when other people see you leading your household in the correct manner. They'll see where they need to be. So, uh, all heck might break loose for sure. We can pray God would turn this into a Y2K. Yeah, Carol, but that's what I'm trying to get people to understand, that this may be the test that God wants you to understand. And it may not be the end of days, and the end of days might not be what the church is teaching us on a daily basis, that when he comes, he's taking us all away. He's taking us to If you read the word of God for the word of God, if you read these books and you read what he says he's going to do when he comes back, and when he talks about it leads more to he's going to have a big fight, and you better be ready to fight alongside him as one of his people. And those people that think they're chosen, that think that they're Christian, that are going to church every Wednesday and Sunday, are probably very mistaken, because they're not. They're part of the problem. In the most case, are part of the problem, not part of what God's plan. They're the ones that keep electing and keep pushing for these people that are politically and motivated by money to get into place. They're more worried about how many people they can get in the pews of their church, instead of going out to the whorehouse and to the bar and to the ditch and to the drug den, and going to the people that Jesus Christ would have went to, going to people that were like me, or going to people. I know if you go and look at Papa Pepper's history and look and listen to what he talks about in his videos, in his early videos, about where he came from, I'm telling you, God didn't go to the church to find us, guys. God did not go to the church to find his warriors. God did not go to the church to find his disciples. God did not go there to do that. God went to the street. And you better understand that when you're being told a lot of this crap that you're being told, that's not the word of God. Pick up your Bible, open up your heart, and listen to your mind. Jesus Christ will talk to each and every one of us on a day-to-day basis. And he will lead us through fire and brimstone. He will harden us as steel. And when our weapon needs to be drawn, we are that weapon that Jesus is going to use. And if you don't understand that, you're sadly mistaken. And Carol, I'm not fussing at you on this one. I'm not fussing at you at all. That's not what I was meaning. I'm just trying to get people to understand that that God's not weak. God's not meek. God is not this pacifist that you think that he is. He sent us his son. He sent his son to die on a cross for each and every one of us, and then resurrected him, and he still lives to this day. And if you don't think he lives to this day, you're not seeing me on this screen in front of you, because I am Jesus Christ. You are Jesus Christ. His blood runs through each and every one of our veins, and we are all here. We are all here representing Christ, because he washed away our sins, because he gave us that ability. See, what you fail to see and what you fail to realize is that we have the ability to do everything that he did. As man and woman, we can create life. He gave us the intelligence to come up with things that where we can make land, we can make different vegetables, we can go through and we can do everything he's done because he loved us that much to give us that ability. But what he also gave some men the ability to do is to lie and be deceitful and to stretch and tweak that word that he gave us. Instead of reading that word, digesting that word, and spewing that word back forth to each and every one of us, we would rather go sit down in a pew and listen to someone else tell us what Jesus said. No, that's your job. Going to church is me and you talking. That's church. We are the church, not the building. So if you walk into a church and someone gets mad because you ask them to go do something because they put too much money into their church, that should piss you off. That should make you really mad. Because I'll hold church on this mountain anytime you want to come. Let's get together. Let's sit down. Let's talk. We don't necessarily have to talk about Jesus. We can talk about life because that is Jesus. Let's sit down and do what we need to do together. Let's lead this country together like we lead this homesteading community. Like we get together and we love one another, no matter if you're Republican or Democrat or Tea Party member or independent or whatever you are, if you're a vegan, if you're a meat eater or whatever, we can understand where we're at. I choose to live my lifestyle so I can raise my daughter in a healthy environment. I choose to live my lifestyle so I know where my meat comes from. I choose to live my lifestyle so I have good neighbors like you guys do. Jesus Christ is seated at the right hand of God, making intercessions for us, the saints. We are the church. Guys, Ken is one of the most intelligent men that I know. And it's because Jesus Christ runs through his veins as strong as any man I've ever met. He is an amazing individual. I've had the opportunity to sit and discuss the Lord with him, and you just have to understand that I think the modern church has misled the modern day Christian so much that you are just blind. That a lot of people are blind and they keep spewing this stuff that's there. If you read the Bible tells you what's going to happen. He is coming back. And when the end of times come, I don't think it's necessarily what you think it's going to be. That, once again, that is my opinion. But I think you're going to have to fight a lot harder than that to get where you're going. Christ in us, the hope of glory. We have to understand that it doesn't matter where you're from. I've said it on here a million times. God doesn't matter. God does not care what religion you are. God believes and understands that if your heart knows him, that one day you will accept him. Because see, those who sit and judge you because you did drugs, if those who sit and judge you because you're a womanizer or that you're a whore, God, those that sit and judge you because you drink beer or because you go out and run the roads and speed and gamble and do all this, they're probably the ones that are lost more so than you are in God's eyes. Because see, God's going to grab a hold of you one day. He's going to jerk you up by the scruff of your neck, and he's going to punch you square in the gut and get rid of all those drugs, all those womanizing, all that gambling and everything else. And you're going to slip, fall on your face a million times before the end of the day. But one day you're going to understand that he's walking beside you. He's carrying you. He's walking in front of you or behind you every once in a while. And he's leading everything that happens to you. The bad things, guys, and all the great things. Because without those bad things, you're not going to be the person that you are. You're not. I am out of work, but one of my former teen shelter residents reached out and asked for financial help. I sent $50 so he could get groceries. He promised to pay me back, but is now ignoring me. I broke. I'm broke, but I still tried to help. I understand that, Bonnie. I understand that, and I'll be hollering at you too. Bonnie, God will take care of us. Scott No Name, yes, give him thanks and praise for everything he gives, even hard times. Absolutely. I agree with you about 98% of churches. I'm lucky that I'm part of one that is not like that. They gave me a seat at the table, and it's about community. That's awesome, Mama Z. I'm not saying that every church is bad because we're having church right now, and I don't think this is a bad church. I really don't. I think that the bad thing is that we get too stuck in what it is in a building instead of sitting and worrying about the importance of what Jesus Christ tasked us to do, what God tasked us to do, and being good stewards of this earth, which I think most everybody on this chat right now is, to be plentiful and to love each one of our neighbors equally. I don't care what you are. I don't care what you are because the love that I'm going to show you is going to be the same to everybody until you show me that you are evil. Does that make sense? Good people do bad things, and you can forgive those. Evil people are evil. And once you learn discernment, and once you understand that, and once you let Jesus Christ into your heart, you're going to know who those evil people are. You're going to know who those evil people are. And it's not going to be because they say that they're Jewish. It's not going to be because they say that they're Catholic. It's not going to be because they say that they're Southern Baptist. It's not going to be because they say that they're pagan or that they're Buddhist or that they're Muslim. It's going to be because of what they have in their heart. What they have in their heart. And by being a good, strong warrior of God, I'm going to win those people over. I'm going to lead by the best example that I can lead to. And I'm going to surround myself with men like Papa Pepper and his family. I'm going to surround myself with men like Ken Justeding. I'm going to surround myself with warriors like Kyle Knight, Regal T type. I'm going to surround myself with strong women like Carol and Heaven's Essentials and Karen McDonald and Christine Harrison. Mims's Garden with Mims, Tiffany Taylor. I'm going to praise each and every one of you. I'm going to love each and every one with Donna, with Cecilia. And guess what, guys? Not all of those people say that they're Christian. That may surprise you. That may surprise you a big deal that probably 45% of the people, and I'm saying this number straight up, 35 to 45% of this people on this chat, usually on every Wednesday night, are not Christian. They're not. And they're welcomed. And they stay. And they listen. And they talk. And they interact. And hopefully they understand and they feel that. They feel that I truly love each and every one of them. And I hope that they love me back. And I hope that one day that they understand that my conviction for Jesus Christ isn't because someone told me that I had to do it, because I've been told that I had to love him my whole life. I've been told that I have to do certain things a certain way, and I rebelled against it. And that's not why Jesus is in my heart. Jesus isn't in my heart because my mom drugged me to church on Wednesday and Sunday. Jesus isn't in my heart because I saw somebody and I went to a youth camp. Jesus is in my heart because God sent him here to die on a cross for me. See, it doesn't matter what anybody tells you. He's already there. He's already inside of you. Hey, Freaky Geek, welcome in. He's already there. I'm not trying to preach tonight. I'm not trying to scare people tonight. I'm not trying to get anybody to do anything but to shut up, open your heart, open your mind, concentrate, meditate on what you need to do to be one solid human being that can lead by example in your family, no matter what you've done before. You can still be that person. Change it today. You're going to fall on your face. Trust me, you're not going to like the journey. Because just because you choose Jesus Christ today doesn't mean that it gets easier. It actually gets a lot damn harder. Excuse my language. It gets a lot harder. Treat others the way you want to be treated is a good rule. Absolutely, freaky geek. Treat them that way. Show respect. Show respect to your enemy because they'll fear you more in the end. That makes that you think I'm silly with that, but it's absolutely the truth. If you can look your enemy square in the eye and have a conversation with them and truly love them, truly love those people instead of bad mouthing them, instead of bad mouthing BLM, instead of bad mouthing the NFAC, instead of bad mouthing all of them, guess what? I can look them in the eye and still let them know that I love them. But at the end of the day, if you are evil in your heart and soul, I'm going to throat punch you and end you in a heartbeat. And that's not just with those groups that I said. Those were with Christians, with fake Christians that are holding us down, that are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, that are being a thorn in the side, that are a parasite to this country as much as anybody else. Understand that, guys. The evil sometimes is in your own backyard. If you're going to a church and you're in the deep south, and I know a lot of these churches, and you don't have anybody that wants to say a good thing about a black man or a Hispanic man or anybody else, they're the evil. God didn't choose what type skin you have. I have a Japanese American daughter. I love every man and woman of every color and every creation, every creed, whatever they want to be to. Be a good stinking person. And if you can't be one, get out. Get out of society. If you're a racist bigot, I don't want anything to do with you. Because this is not about black and white. This is not about Hispanic. It's not about anything of that nature. It's about being played. And right now, this is all about being played in this environment that we're in today in America, is we are all being played. We are being played by the Democrats. We are being played by the Republicans, and we are being played by everybody that's up there because they all want to bastardize and use everything that they have to take away the good, solid, constitutionally sound country that we have, that we can love. We do more charitable work as a country, not as Christians, as a country. We do more charitable work than any other nation in the world. It doesn't matter how open border policies you have or whatever. No other nation can compare to the charitability and the love that we show around. And I really honestly think that that's because of Yahweh, because of Jesus Christ, because of our Lord and Savior, because of God living within our Constitution. Not every man that wrote and signed our Constitution and Declaration of Independence was a Christian, but they understood the freedom of religion. Dialect playing both sides. Scott, you're absolutely right. This is a situation where we don't need to worry about who's Democrat, who's Republican. We need to worry about who's a good, solid American. We need to worry about who's got a good heart in their body and who wants to love one another and love thy neighbor. Treat people as you want to be treated. Live your life as if you're Christian. Live your life in what this book tells you to do. Take this guide and make it part of what you are, because this is a guide, guys. That's all it is, just paper. It's paper with words in it. Those words should fire up and get something going in here, because this is where he's at. He's not in this book. Jesus Christ is not in this book. Jesus Christ is in the blood that you can spill out of your body. He gave that to you. He gave that to you. God sent his son to die on the cross, and his blood flows through your veins. Oh my goodness, I'm on a roll tonight. Interesting how they call it the right and the left, and God tells us not to turn to either. Absolutely, Papa Prepper. When you read the words in that guidebook that I just show you, that Holy Bible, that situation that we're in, when you read it and you open your heart and your mind, brother, and I know you know this, It'll set you free. It takes away all that pain that you have. It causes some pain, but the pain that it causes is a different type of pain. Fishes, yes, getting born again is easy. Living a disciplined life is easy if you choose. Jesus said, "My yoke is light. We people make it complicated." Amen. Amen. If you have something that's in your life that's really, really, really beating you down, it's probably because you're doing it. Guys, my yoke is heavy right now. My yoke is heavy because I'm choosing to let that yoke be heavy. I'm carrying stuff and burdens on me that are self imposed. It's there. It's things that are not big deals, but they're heavy for me. Um, and a lot of it's on this stuff that we're talking about. I am a warrior. That's what I've done as a profession my entire life. Since I was 18 years old, these have made my living. And that's why they hurt so much today. See, that's part of that burden that you have to carry. My back, my hips, my ankles, my legs, my neck, it all hurts. Every bit of it hurts. And I'm fine with carrying that burden. But I'm faced with a situation right now. And I've said this, you can go look up some old videos of me before I ever had a YouTube channel, of me giving speeches. And I've been asked on multiple occasions throughout my adult life to run for office, to become a member of a political party and do things of this nature. And I've rejected every single one of them. And I've told in that same rejection, whenever the time comes, when you need somebody to lead the people, when you need somebody that's going to go fight and lead men and women in this type of cause that we have right now, call me. Call me. And I can tell you right now that they're not having to call me. God is talking to me. God is laying that on me to let you know and to lead you and let you understand that if you're not putting stuff together, if you are not fixing what you need to fix in your life to survive and to thrive in a bad situation, you're wrong. I'm going to lead. I'm going to train people. But now this training may not be as much about gardening as it is about protecting yourself. Okay? Those are heavy weights. Those are heavy weights. As a single father, is to understand that to protect that child that you love, you may have to go give your life. Because, see, that's what most people aren't realizing is it's going to take people like Kyle Knight, like Chris Privet, like Ken Jesteding, like Papa Pepper, that are good, sound, strong, constitutionally God fearing and God loving men to lay down their lives to keep our country. And when you have everything to lose, and it's just two of you, that's hard. So think about that. The next time that you step up to vote, the next time you go to the grocery store and you can't find your jars, the next time you go to the grocery store and you get mad because they don't have your type of mayonnaise, understand that you are the only thing or the only one that makes that ultimate decision. We have to be strong in our faith. And I know Jesus will take care of me. I know God will take care of me. And I know that I'm going to be okay. And ELYN's going to be okay. And that most of you are going to be okay. But we have to come to the understanding that He gave us free will. And our free will has led us to where we are at. That we are here fighting for the survival of our republic, because this is not a democrat or democracy. We live in a republic. So just understand that. Understand that if it goes there and your husband has to leave or you have to leave to go defend what we have, that's what this country is built on. Sarah Adams, my husband and I had this exact conversation and have made our peace with him doing whatever it takes to keep us safe. Amen. And God bless you and him both. Guys, listen, we'll go into a little history here. Let's step back from some of this. Remember, none of us are going to make it out of here alive. Death is, yeah, we're all going to go, but it's how you go out. It's how you do. But see, when you start talking about this, and this is something that you have to realize as a single parent. It's just me and ELYN. I have my mom and dad, but my mother and father are getting older. Um, she has godparents that are very good, solid Christian folks that are young, but that's a young man that'll probably go up and fight when he needs to go fight too. Um, so it's just that's a heavy guys. Papa Pepper, he's got beautiful daughters and sons. He's got I mean, guys, it's just uh if you think you know, but you don't. You got to keep it going. Got to keep going on with what we need to. I would go out fighting. Absolutely. Going out with a bang didn't seem right when some of you have been in a war, but I like to scare folks now and then. Yeah. Good night, everyone. Have a doctor's appointment in the morning, so time for bed. God bless. Suzanne Baker. Good night. Love you. We'll have to. We're gonna stop into our rant now. Let's talk about a couple of alternative ways that you can plant, because that's a good one. If you're in an urban setting and you're in like an apartment or something, go to your local bakery and talk to the baker and see if you can get their frosting buckets or their lard buckets. Um, uh, Yeah, I agree with that, Ken just said. Go see if you can get those and take you a 1/4 inch drill bit and drill you holes all the way around the bottom for drainage. And then you can pack them and you can plant in those. And you'd be surprised in your windowsills how many you can sit on the thing and then hang up and then sit on your little patio or balcony and stuff. And you can grow quite a bit of food out of those. So that's a great one to do, like $1. Cool. So taking you do that. Find those ways that you can build. Um, I would also suggest that if you live in the middle of a city and you have the means to of transportation, that you take and you go and find a place quite a bit a ways away from the city, even if it's a public park or a wilderness area, to where you could go and get out into those areas and get away from the big cities. That would be a great place. And then have a means of taking seeds and tools that you would need to be able to work the land. Because remember, we own all the national property. So you can get out there in a worst case scenario and do what you need to do. That's a very heavy weight to bear, but God will keep her safe and she will end up where she's supposed to be if it comes to it. Yeah, Sarah Adams, and I know that, but it's a weight, and that's the same weight that God had to bear on his shoulders when he sent his son Jesus Christ to die on the cross. If you don't think that didn't hurt him, that didn't beat him up, to watch his son go through all the turmoil and stuff, even though he knew the outcome, uh, I think you're probably silly. Um, so start looking for places that you can kind of get to. Hey, you have a good night, Papa Pepper. Thanks for coming on and sharing with us, man. I appreciate it. So yeah, just when you're looking at this stuff and you're going on there, to think outside the box on how you can grow and you can plant stuff, how you can have certain little setup beds or things that you can go, if it be through bags. um, you got 30 solar panels for free today. Not new, but still free energy. Absolutely back to Rootstead. You can take you a multimeter and test each one of those panels and see which ones are working to kind of weed out the ones that may have an issue. And then don't get rid of the ones that have the issue, because each one of those individual cells can be taken apart and rebuilt up. And there's several videos on YouTube of how to rebuild solar panels. So that's awesome. Back to Rootstead. That is awesome. 30 of them for free. Excellent. Um, so on growing, just think outside the box on alternative ways and places to go and things. Um, Anybody got any questions? I know I kind of got off on some crazy stuff tonight, but that's kind of where my heart was tonight. So you can't be the deal like that. No, you can't, freaky geek. Um, we got 38 people on, 46 thumbs up. We appreciate all that. Appreciate the the super chats, guys. Let's see. Question free me. Got mineral tubs from a dairy farm and put berry bushes in them, setting the patio until we can get the house finished. They are growing like crazy. Yeah, the mineral tubs, and find landscapers that do larger landscaping stuff. You can get those from them. Where is a good place in Tennessee? Heaven's Essential, man. Any of your Cherokee National Forests are great. Um, are great places to look. If you need to just go get out, I mean, look around and figure those up. You got to remember um, that you're going to have a lot of people doing just that. So go far back into the mountains. I thank you, Scott. I think it is too. So any of your Cherokee National Forest, any of your national forest type things you can look at. Have you started your fall garden yet? Going to start it next week, Diana. Actually, we had an 80% loss on all of our garden this year. We've got some tomatoes. I think I got like 7 quarts of tomato or pints of tomatoes that my mom canned for me. And I had 2 volunteer, 1 squash, 1 cucumber plant come up in my front garden. And I actually harvested 6 huge cucumbers off of it. Good cucumbers, but they were big today. And I've harvested about 7 yellow crookneck squash. So I got lucky with those, and they're just now coming in. So, um, what about securing sliding doors, glass doors? I have too many, but 2 sets are closed off with hurricane panels. Our national parks are gator and cottonmouth infested. Eek. Yep, but they're not people with guns infested. Um, uh, so for your sliding doors, I hate sliding doors, even though there's one right behind me. But this room can be isolated off completely to itself. What I would say if it gets bad is, and this is something you need to do right now, is I would have me several sheets of plywood, not OSB, but plywood stuck in my building, just like when you're doing your hurricane covering, and have that where you could cover those up. Also putting a 2x4 that fits the entire length of the channel that goes into your door is another great way to secure those up, so people can't push them down, because at least then they have to bust the window to get through the door and you got time to hear that. I started mine, got two 162 Haas tool trays going to the, oh, awesome. I just started gardening this year, so it was small. Spring garden will be much bigger. Tiffany, that's awesome. We're going to do the greenhouse, and I'm going to have some videos from there, guys. I've been so disheartened. That's why you've not seen a lot of videos. I was so disheartened to lose all that video. I mean, literally, I'm talking, I probably had 16 hours worth of video that I was going to break down and do like 5 or 6 different videos. Heaven's Essentials. Yeah, me and Heaven's Essentials have talked quite a bit. Carol, she knows I'm in East Tennessee. She lives here too. Oh, to live has Evans, Northeast Tennessee. If you're going to live in Tennessee, I suggest that you live Smoky Mountains Northeast. And I wouldn't live there in Gatlinburg. It's too touristy. But this way, property's still fairly cheap, and it's awesome. Wolfshed Forge and Farm. Hi, what's going on, brother? If anybody is here local, in the UNICOI area, UNICOI, Tennessee, or surrounding area, on the 19th of this month, we are doing a drive-in movie. If you go onto UNICOI's Facebook page, UNICOI County Facebook page, we are sponsoring a drive-in movie. It's going to be Aladdin. And you drive in, and we are going to buy a bunch of pizzas for all the kids. Me and ELYN are doing that, and we've sponsored the movie for all the kids in the area. So if you're in the area, load your kids up and come eat some pizza and watch Aladdin. And it'll be a lot of fun. The cartoon or the live action one? I think it's the live action one, Regal T. It's the new Aladdin. So that's going to be a lot of fun, man. That'll be a good day. It's gonna just be Little Caesars Pizza, but it'll be a lot of fun. So we're going to do that whole thing and have fun with it. So I wish you weren't so far from us. I'd love to meet and pick your brain. Need to email you again. Sarah, you do, and I need to get back in touch with you guys too. You're not that far away though, are you, Sarah? Where are you at? What area? You have to say specifics, but where are you? What area? I just watched Aladdin with my niece this weekend. That's awesome too. We went and saw it at the movies when it came out. Only a dad or uncle says that. Yep. Hey, Regal T is a brand new daddy. He's got a beautiful little daughter. Just came up. We just watched it. Pretty good. Yep. The live action is not bad, but the songs are not exactly the same as the cartoon movie music. Yep, exactly. Anderson, Missouri. That's right. Yeah, we drove out there last year, so we were out there in Missouri. So we're going to go for about 15 minutes. So if you guys got questions, let me know, and then I'm going to jump off here. It's almost 11:30. We've been going almost an hour and a half. Thank you guys for letting me vent. It helps me coming on here and talk as much as it helps you guys asking questions and stuff. Like I said, this yoke gets heavy sometimes, but it's nothing that my big old shoulders can't help with. Email me, Tiffany. I think I emailed you back here the other night. but please do. We want to watch that one, Freaky Geek. We've been trying. It says that it's streaming on Amazon, but when we go to pick it up, uh, we have the Prime thing, and it says that we get it for a certain price. Then we go on, and it says $29 to watch that movie. Now, if you had 6 or 7 kids over, that'd be great because you'd spend twice that much going to the movie theater. But we don't have that many people over here right now. Properties with acreage is getting expensive fast in Northeast Tennessee. Heavens Essentials, email me. I've actually got several people that I'm looking for property for right now, and I have several pieces of property that are in that 15 to 25 acres that are still not. They're expensive, but they're not expensive in comparison to what I've been seeing some because these are every one of these are um, private people that are selling these properties. So, did anybody else have trouble with spider mites? They took out almost all my crops. Diana, I did. The rain got all of ours. I mean, literally, we've had probably 15 days without rain on this mountain. No, Heaven Essential. It's not bad humid. I mean, we have humidity. I mean, it's not bad, but it's the heat here is not crazy. We have about, I guess, 30 days worth of really, really hot during the summer, but it's still not crazy. We're in a 6A, 6B up here on the mountain, and then down in the cove and stuff, and down in the lower parts is a 7A. So if that gives you any idea of the kind of growing climate of what's there, that's that's where it is. I had horrible issues with spider mites. Yeah, Sarah Adams says that the spider mites took her first crop of beans. That's one thing I have to say. We usually don't have I better knock on wood, um, a big bug problem up here. I've never had the big issues um, for that. We're looking in that area. You can get 2 acres, 3 bedroom house for around two. Yeah, Scott, you can. And if you look for mountain property acreage, that's just, you might buy 20 acres, but it might only have 2 to 3 acres worth of growable land, agricultural style land. You can get it cheaper than that. Um, so Scott, give me an email too. I'll give you some of this information. I've got a really good realty friend that is awesome. Her name is Gina, um, and we'll get you in touch with her. She's a really good person, and the good part is she likes to go get with all these old farmers and stuff that she knows have large properties, and she'll sometimes come up with those. And yeah, you still get into having to pay. A realtor's fee in there, but if you can find something that's a lot less than what market is right now, it's great. This is the first year I had them. My beans are doing great now. I have 3 kinds growing like crazy. My email is Privette, Privette, Chris, Chris, 94 at gmail.com. And I'm sure one of these mods is going to throw that up any second now. That'll be my email. Let's see. We got 12 acres, Mama Z kitchen, with 100 more in every direction, deep woods and cattle country. There we go. I'll show it, Tiffany. There you go. If you look at Tiffany Taylor's there, Scott, she just put the email address in there. It's dry and windy here. Okay. All right. Looks like we're not having a fall or a winter, so more time to replant. Yeah, Diana, that's awesome. The weather has been so weird this year, guys. Like literally, not 5 miles down the road has been so dry that they've not been able to grow because it's been too dry. But here on the mountain, we've gotten um, so much water that it just killed everything. I mean, really did. I could probably plant right now and get a better garden than I did through the summer. So Ivan and Elena will be here tomorrow night, guys. You're going to see some good cooking. We're going to do some cooking videos. They'll hold my feet to the fire on that one. If you guys don't know, Ivan and Elena are from Russia, Ukraine, that area. And they were cross country truckers, and they have just now decided to retire. Great time to retire. And they are going to be looking for property. They love this area, but I don't think this is this is quite where they want to be. Good night, Bonnie. Thank you again for my plaque. For y'all that came in late, this was my birthday present from Miss Bonnie. It says, God bless and live with what God gives you. And that's mine and ELYN's voice, the recording. And it's a plaque. It is absolutely amazing. Thank you again, Bonnie. We appreciate it. So, but they're going to come in. They're looking hard, I think, for their forever place. I think they're still going to retain the ability if they wanted to go back and do some trucking that they could. But I think pretty much they are done. They did it smart. They didn't buy a house. They didn't buy a condo. They didn't rent an apartment. They invested their money into their truck, and that's what they lived in. And that was their home, was living in the truck. And now they're in an ability to where they can go find a place and live. So you might even see a couple of bang bang shoot freedom stick videos. We're going to go to the range and do some shooting. I've got a couple of new firearms that I need to test fire and maybe do a little review on. Come on back to Rootstead. You need to get out of where you're at anyway. Come on. Get here. Just pack up the trailer, go buy you a trailer, put all them solar panels on it, and just come on. Thank you very much. Yeah, I turned 46 and ELYN turned 7 on the 24th of August. We had a great time. We didn't think we were going to have as many people over for our barbecue this year, but we ended up with about 30. So that was awesome to have friends and family over here and this time and to get to break bread and share a awesome meal. I smoked about 85 pounds worth of pork. And also, happy birthday to you too, Tiffany. And and we did about 40 pounds of chicken. So we had a really good meal. That's my present to myself every year. You are welcome. I think I heard ELYN. She might be up. Okay, I'm heading out. God bless everybody. Good night. Single Dad, great live tonight. You're welcome, JCB Farm and Garden. Guys, we're going to get off of here too. So as always, God bless. Live with what God gives you. And we're out of here. Good night, guys.